Jai Baba Loknath. Today I'm starting once again something which I used to do long time back, maybe during the time of the COVID period, when I was regularly coming live every evening. As such, I was looking for this opportunity again and again, but somehow it didn't happen, just didn't happen. And I've shared with you many times, only that happens, which is ought to happen. I shared with you, and that happening also is timed. Nothing happens before, nothing happens after. So that which had to happen is happening now. And I'm glad that every evening, if I'm not otherwise busy or scheduled anywhere else, I should be able to at least spend some time with you. As little a time as possible, but the idea is basically to share some thoughts. Every morning I write a few words from my heart, which is like my thoughts which keeps pouring from the higher world of the ascended masters. They just supply it to me so that I can share with all of you. It doesn't belong to me, it belongs to the universe. And so I'll just read out one, and I'm sure you'll love this. Make sure you never fight with your own old habits and patterns. Make sure you never fight with your own old habits and patterns, your own emotional negativity. As such, my life sharing is, don't fight darkness. My life sharing is, that means what I have experienced in my whole life. If I need to put it in one word, it's very simple. Don't fight negativity. Don't fight darkness. I have personally experienced whenever I resisted, I reacted. Again, I'm just sharing with all of you my personal growth process, my personal experiences in life, how over a long period of time, living in this world, the Divine Master gradually groomed me in such a way that I would become worldly. I'll be in the world, but every moment be open to the lessons of life. Because to me, life is nothing but continual learning of lessons. And my whole life has been continually reading what the Divine Mother, the Mother Nature, people, everything around me was trying to communicate to me and tell me, look here, this is a secret of the universal reality. Look here, this is something which the God plays with all of us. Look here, how somebody is interpreting something as negative, and which you just change your glasses and see it, you'll find behind it is the most auspicious hands of the Lord Master, who has such a divine, beautiful laid out plan ahead for you, so that you are going to see the glowing, beautiful future for you. So my life has been one of pure experiencing, and this is what I shared with you. Whenever I resisted, I reacted. Whenever you resist, you react. Just close your eyes for a few seconds and just scan your mind, thoughts, behavior, character, everything, and your habitual pattern day in, day out. You'll find that throughout the day, wherever you are resisting, that means wherever the conditions of your mind, which is already groomed and patterned and is in a particular circuitry in the brain, the moment that is in a state of being unpleasantly dealt with, something you don't like, something you don't like to hear, something you don't like to see, something you don't like to see happening, something, and each of these things, when they are presented to you, instantly there is something of your own, conditions of your subconscious mind, which the frontal lobe, that means the conscious mind, reacts. Why? Because it resists. So whatever you resist, you can be rest assured there will be instant reaction to it. You can't respond. In order to respond, you need to rise above resistance. That's the message. I fed my own ego with time and suffering. I learned it is we who create suffering, and it comes out of our tendency to swim against the current. This has been my life's journey. I have seen, if I have ever suffered, if I ever had any pain, agony, frustration, any negativity in my mind, it was always something to do with resistance. It was always something to do with reactivity. It had always something to do with an emotional pattern which presented itself, and instantly I surrendered without stopping, pausing, and having a deep breath of mindfulness. Awaken into a state of higher consciousness within a few seconds time, because what all we need is to look up for the help. The universe, the mother, the divine father, the divine existential reality is open all the time. Just we each one of us. We just have to stop for a while. We just need to look up. We just need to raise our hands in utter surrender and say, I'm not able to understand this. Please try to give me some hints by which I can persevere through this. I can move through this, and I don't get stuck in this, and I don't feel the pain and suffering. And you can be rest assured, God is love. God never wants us to punish and feel bad, sad, unhappy. No, it's ours. It's our resistance. It's our reactivity. It's our own patterns. It's our own habit. It's our own character which goes on repeating and repeating the same old ruts, so that we unnecessarily attract, invite, and be victim, a helpless victim to our addictive behavior. And then we put the entire blame on somebody else. And maybe we're on God, maybe on the Guru. If my Guru has been really kind to me, if God is so kind to me, then why am I suffering? Why I am suffering? That's the question. You are not suffering. Your ego is suffering. Your resistance is suffering. Your reactions are suffering. Your subconscious mind is suffering. Your mind that is completely conditioned to a particular perception, understanding of the world and the way of the world, that is creating a kind of a rustle in the lake of your mind and creating what you call a state of frustration, depression, unhappiness, unpleasantness. Rise above it like the eagle which moves high, soars high. And look at the beauty of this eagle. There could be stormy weather here in localized areas, but the eagle is never touched because it knows the art of rising above. Storms are all in the lower regions of our mind, but if we can gradually pray to the divine, meditate upon our breath, take our mind for a few seconds into a state of just finding the contents of our thoughts are not who I am. I am the witnessing self. Something is happening on the screen of my mind. Something is happening on the screen of this bodily identified self. And this is not me. And instantly what will happen is that you will find that you are gradually shifting yourself to a higher state. And this is not difficult. Please don't say it is difficult. It is doable. First you believe it is doable. First you have that conviction that is doable. And then practice. Practice every 5 minutes, 10 minutes, just to, get into a pause mode and take a few deep breaths and connect to that higher, beautiful realm from where all the wisdom can flow into our system and can soak us with divine grace. Then our vision is purified. We can listen to good words. We can interpret things to the favor of our own heart, soul, and the beauty of our life. Then life will just become a moment-to-moment celebration. It's we who interpret life. Life is neutral. It has no kind of tags anywhere. We put the labels and tags. Make life free of tags of your own conditions of your mind. Let life come to you in its own totality, as is, uncontaminated, unpolluted, without any coloring from our mind, and just celebrate the moment. Thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow. Stay well. Be very happy. Om Shanti.